you've registered, maybe you have verified yourself, and now you want to play a game. Can you walk us through the digital signage?
Yeah, and this is another important feature. So this is the +1 and 4+1, because what it's allowing the operator to do is to request the user to reauthenticate in any sort of critical actions. Those critical actions would typically be things like a withdrawal or a deposit. And obviously, you want to fight things like chargebacks and other disputes. But it could also be when there's some sort of critical change to the account. As an example, they're changing their personal information, their phone number, or maybe their address, because oftentimes that could actually be the precursor to an attack on the account, especially if it's not an authorized person doing that. So getting that user to reauthenticate is quite an important thing. The problem, though, is that in general, no operator wants to get a user to reauthenticate, because reauthentication is normally such a poor experience. Whereas in our situation here, if let's say I'm buying into a game, I'm putting in a big stake on a risk basis, I want to reauthenticate that, all the user has to do is type in the PIN, the same PIN that they use to actually authenticate or log into the site. So we're finding in practice that that's actually hitting those 99.99+% levels of success. In other words, pretty much no drop off at all. And in addition to reauthenticating the user, we also create a digital signature which proves irrefutably and immutably that the user on this device authentic or action that this transaction here. And as I mentioned, it could also be for other sort of things. So you might actually have something like a withdrawal, in which case, the user might be, again, requested to reauthenticate. Of course, proving that it's a user, but also allowing us to build that signature against that withdrawal. So that, again, will help any sort of dispute against any disputes and things.
Are there other applications that you would want to reauthenticate throughout? So you mentioned withdrawals, buying into other games.
Yeah, absolutely. So fraud buying the games, again, changing your personal information is another one. But it's really at any point where there's a critical action, you can reauthenticate. And again, if you had to do this using SMS, OTPs, or passcodes, or even typing in your password again, you'll find there'd be a lot of resistance from the users and actually a lot of failure. Whereas we're having 99.99, pretty much 100% success rates at this sort of point.